the start of last year, the total programme cost for the Children's Hospital was €1.433 billion. And at the last session of the Health Committee, Minister, the board was saying that they had spent about €1.35 billion and they were going to Cabinet for additional money. So my first question is, can you tell this committee what was the additional capital ask that the board had asked for?
That amount of money will be commercially sensitive, because that amount of money is what the board believes they will need as part of the negotiations with the contractor, and we certainly, for obvious reasons, we do not want the contractor knowing.
But what they actually told us was something different. This is where it gets frustrating. Every time we ask a question on the costs, it's commercially sensitive, we can't answer it. It strikes me the hospital will be well built before we ever know how much it costs. But I don't see how it's commercially sensitive that we can be told how much money the Cabinet was asked and potentially have approved. I mean, it just beggars belief. But in any event, it's €1.433 billion. You gave them an extra €40 billion. They have asked for more, but what you're saying is for commercially sensitive reasons, you can't or won't give me the figure. And again, you're leaving it to speculation, Minister, which is not good in my view. How confident are you that that September date will actually be met?
It's really hard to say, Deputy. The project to date has been beset by delays. It has been beset by a pretty acrimonious relationship between the board on behalf of us all, on behalf of the state, and the main contractor. There is a very significant amount of money under dispute, many hundreds of millions under dispute. And to your point earlier on about not knowing the final cost in September, we won't know the final cost unless there is a full and final agreement done, which could be done. It's not. It is commercially sensitive. We're in the middle of an engagement with the contractor, or the board is on our behalf, with very substantial amounts of money involved. So it is not simply a question of the board saying, well, we need this amount, and then there is a commercially sensitive amount on top of that. It is not in the interest of the Irish taxpayer to be signalling to the contractor how much money we are considering. I simply don't believe it is.
Every single date that's given is missed. Every target that's set is missed. At some point, the state has to say enough is enough.